Welcome and good day to all of you. In this video session, we are going to see about biosafety. Biosafety is the prevention of large-scale loss of biological integrity. In general, the word biosafety is used to describe the efforts to reduce and eliminate the potential risks resulting from biotechnology and its products. It has similarly been defined as the avoidance of risk to human health and safety and to the conservation of the environment as a result of the use for research and commerce of infectious or genetically modified organisms. According to the World Health Organization, biosafety is a strategic and integrated approach to analyzing and managing relevant risks to human, animal and plant life and health and associated risks for the environment. It is based on recognition of the critical linkages between sectors and the potential for hazards to move within and between sectors with system-wide consequences. Since the ultimate aim is to eliminate or minimize biological contamination, there are three important concepts in the field of biosecurity. Biological hazard is the potential risk of uncontrolled exposure to biological agents with infectious capacity harming the individual. Biocontainment are measures used to prevent infectious diseases from leaking from the research centers of other places where they may be produced. Bioprotection is a set of measures taken to reduce the risk of loss, theft, misuse or intentional release of pathogens and toxins, including those governing access to facilities, material storage and data and publication policies. Let us see about the principles of biosafety. Laboratory biosafety practices are based on the principle of containment of biological agents to prevent exposure to laboratory workers and the outside environment. Primary containment protects the laboratory workers and the immediate laboratory environment from exposure to biological agents. Primary containment is achieved through good microbiological technique and the use of safety equipment and personal protective equipment. Secondary containment protects the environment outside the laboratory and is provided by facility design and operational procedures. Biosafety levels in the laboratories. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention in the United States classified pathogens into 4 risk groups in 1974. The World Health Organization updated the classification, ranking laboratories in terms of the pathogen risk groups with which they work. Risk Group 1. Minor individual and community risk. These agents are very unlikely to cause diseases. BSL-1 laboratories have a basic level of containment based on standard microbiological practices and no primary or secondary barriers are specifically recommended. No safety equipment is required. In Risk Group 2, moderate individual risk and low community risk. Pathogens that are associated with human disease that are rarely serious and which are unlikely to spread. This also includes any derivative of human body or tissues in which the presence of infectious agents is not certain. BSL-2 laboratories have secondary barriers such as hand washing basins and waste decontamination facilities. Protective equipment includes lab coats, gloves, face protection where necessary. Protective clothing should be removed immediately after leaving the laboratory. Risk Group 3. High individual risk and low community risk. Pathogens that tend to cause serious disease which are not easily transmitted such as yellow fever, which requires a mosquito bite or which can be transmitted by the respiratory route. BSL-3 laboratories all work is carried out in biosecurity cabins or other sealed equipments. Secondary barriers include controlled access to the laboratory and ventilation requirements to minimize the release of infectious aerosols. Protective equipment is similar to risk group 2 but includes respiratory equipment in cases where there is a risk of inhalation infection. Risk group 4, high individual and community risk. Agents likely to cause serious human disease which is transmitted easily from person to person, for which there are no efficient preventive measures or effective therapies. Generally speaking, a BSL-4 laboratory is housed in a separate building or in a totally isolated area with waste management systems and specialized ventilation requirements to prevent pathogen. Likewise, to isolate staff from infectious materials in aerosol form, barriers are used to work in a BSC with maximum protection or full body suits. One of the unfortunate consequences of working with biological hazard is the potential for acquiring an infection. The following are the primary routes of transmission that can result in laboratory acquired infections. Routes of transmission: skin and mucous membrane contact. Low energy procedures such as decanting of liquids, pipetting, removal of screw caps, vortex mixing, streaking agar plates, and inoculation of animals can result in the generation of infectious droplets as well as result in direct contact with infectious material. Eye contact is also a route of exposure, and safety eyewear must be worn as needed to prevent sprays or splashes to the eyes. Injection: mouth pipetting presents the highest risk for injection of infectious material. Splashing of material into the mouth and indirect oral exposure through touching the mouth with contaminated hands and eating and drinking in the lab can also result in injection of infectious material. Inhalation: many procedures have the potential for generation of respirable aerosols, including sonication, centrifugation, blowing out of pipettes, heating inoculating loops, and changing litter in animal cages. In this session, we have learnt about the concept biosafety. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.